All right, Spider-Man 3. So Spider-Man 3 is back in theaters. They've been doing a lot of re-releasing of the Tobey Maguire movies. I think it's funny because as these movies, but by the way, it did Spider-Man 3 yesterday did I think 700K in theaters, which is
Just one
crazy.
day is
Yeah, one day.
crazy.
Mm-hmm. So, which is pretty awesome. Now th- this could mean something because it's funny how Sam Raimi's been talking about doing a Spider-Man 4. Now, I personally don't think the movie. I personally don't think a Spider-Man 4 is going to happen. Even though I think Tobey Maguire and Kristen Dunst would be down to do it. I don't really see that happening, but there's been a lot of fans kind of talking about this. I want Sam Raimi to do the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah,
That's
me
kind of where
too.
I'm at. Yeah, I
Me too.
don't. Because I
I
mean,
don't know.
with
I would be happy with Spider-Man 4, but I think it would be better for Sam Raimi to do the next Tom Holland Spider-Man.
yeah, because like I mean, it would be fun to see Tobey Maguire with his kids and doing all like that. Oh, that would be so cute to see, so cool. Like Father Spider-Man, and plus, I'm pretty sure they just brought some back to comics too. I think so. I mean, it would be pretty cool if they do.
I don't think they should make him a father in
That's the
he
only
doesn't
other way that they could go to for Tobey Spider-Man to make it like seem like like to
well, they
give it
could
more.
de-age him a bit, and it's only in like one-off or like alternate reality comics where Spider-Man becomes a father. So I don't know how I feel about the father aspect, but like I think that the of all of the Spider-Man movies, like the Tobey Maguire ones capture the essence of Spider-Man better than any of them, and I would argue that with anyone till the end of
Yeah,
But I just think that the MCU is what we have right now, and we need the MCU Spider-Man. So that's why I'd be for Sam Raimi doing Spider-Man above going back and doing Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4.
yeah. Plus, Sam Raimi gets Spider-Man just like you said, like the same way that I hate saying this. I hate saying this. The same way people think that Nolan understand
I
Batman
knew
is
that's
the
yeah,
same
yeah.
way is the same way that I know you're licking your chops right here, but it's the same way that Raimi feels about or is this it's the same way that I feel
Raimi
about
getting
Raimi
Spider-Man.
and Spider Man. Yeah, and like
Yeah,
because Marvel has the team to where they don't need Raimi to do the action. Like they have people that can take care of that. But I think that there's certain staples in Spider Man that John Watts just missed, and I just think I don't think it's because John Watts is a bad director. It's just because he doesn't know Spider Man, and
yeah.
and even Mark Webb with the TASM movies, he even understood that. So
I will say the one thing that the Tasman movies have better than anyone is the web swinging.
the
The web
visuals.
swinging, yeah,
No,
bro.
no, TASM might be the best superhero visuals of all time. Just being honest, like it's different. And Brendan literally sent me, bro, like the visual of Andrew Garfield like slow moing through electro shots, and I'm like, bro, why is this better than any other superhero film I've ever seen in my life?
Yeah, it's crazy. And
It's
people
kind
say
of
Zack
scary.
Snyder is the king. Like, Mark Webb and Tasman cooked anything Snyder did.
I think Webb and Zack Snyder are kind of the same.
It's a great point. It's just Zack Snyder has an
The worst fans.
overinflated fan base.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's because instead of fans clinging to Mark Webb, they cling to Andrew, which is probably healthier
Yeah,
than clinging to Webb. But yeah, because Webb has the best visuals that we've probably seen in a Marvel movie all time, but
yeah,
his writing just sucked. His ideas were bad. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And the
yeah,
visuals save those movies. Same thing with Zack Snyder. I mean, like Zack Snyder visuals is just different, bro.
yeah. The Dark
Now,
Knight
yeah,
Return shots of Batman are
exactly.
just
Yeah.
fire.
I do think Mark Webb is better though. I will say. I like it's just the TASM
Yeah.
stuff because even the dark scenes were so defined and it was colorful. I mean, like man, if I'm Kevin Feige, I'm hiring Mark Webb to do my freaking visuals for like it would be awesome if Feige was able to bring in Mark Webb, right, to do the shots and visuals for Spider-Man, and
Mhm.
then you bring in and then you bring in Sam Raimi to write and direct the film. And I would love that for Batman too. Now I know this would never happen. I would love if someone like Nolan or Nolan came in and helped write, or no, I would love if Matt Reeves wrote Batman and dealt with a lot of the visuals. I would love if Christopher Nolan directed Batman. Like like there's just certain sides to where it would kind of fit like a perfect coin. So yeah, man, I really hope Sam Raimi does this and comic cuts. Let's be honest, if Sam Raimi directs Spider-Man 4, this is going to be one of the most fun runs we're ever going to have for a superhero film.
Yeah, yeah, and the one thing Spider-Man 4 needs is like classic Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like how, don't you know how you said, you probably remember this. Remember how you said like months ago that I think you said that Superman needs to make fans believe that like good heroes exist or something, or like you said you said like Superman has to be shown like as like
A beacon of optimism or something
yes,
like that. Yeah,
yes, 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 yes. That's what Spider-Man 4 has to be.
yeah. You know, I also think that it's a little different with Spider-Man because I don't think Spider-Man is like a parallel version of Superman with
Not
the
at all, yeah.
optimism. If anyone's like that, it's Captain America, but they're very different. You know, but the Spider-Man, I think, like, you know, I do think that they kind of touched on it a bit in the MCU where it's like, you know, Spider-Man is relatable. You know, everybody can relate to, you know, things in his life and how he gets into these situations and he has to make these decisions. But I think that they could do a better job of it. I don't think they nailed that by any means in the MCU. And I think that they could do that in, you know, like, again, the way Sam Raimi did, like, you know, Spider-Man really had to balance his life and his secrets and, you know, things that he wanted with MJ and his school and his career. And, you know, it's interesting because in Spider-Man No Way Home, the whole movie was about him not being able to balance the two lives. But the one thing you don't see is Spider-Man actually living the Peter Parker life. You never saw that in No Way Home.
Yeah.
You know, but you did see it in Homecoming and Far From Home. So I don't fault them that much for that. But what I will say about Sam Raimi and Spider-Man is that, you know, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is timeless because Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is the definitive Spider-Man, and the definitive Spider-Man is classic.
Yep, 100%. Tasm had the best swinging scenes, 100%. Webb understood Spider-Man better than Snyder did with Superman and Batman, 100%.
Yep.
It needs a classic villain. I agree.
Yep.
What is relatable to you guys? Because I hear some people say Dwayne Wayne.
Go back to this.
You go ahead. Go
it
ahead.
needs a classic villain. So everyone, another point of the fandom online asking for dumb things. They love asking for.
I gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
They love asking for trash villains, and I say it about Batman all the time. Everyone's like, "Oh, well, you know, there's a lot of water in Gotham after the Batman, so like Mr. Freeze could freeze the water, so he'd be a great villain." Like Mr. Freeze is a trash villain, and that's why comic writers never use him in their stories, is because he sucks. And you know who else sucks? Scorpion. Matt Gargan is not a good villain. He's a B villain at best. There are much better villains, and I don't care if some of them might be overused. I'd rather see Doc Ock, Venom. You know who I'd love to see is Kraven. Kraven is such an underused villain in the movies. You know, they might be running into some issues now because Sony's trying to make a Kraven movie. But I'm not opposed to Aaron Taylor Johnson playing Kraven in the MCU. I think he's a great villain, Kraven. You know, and what's so cool about Kraven to me is that like his whole thing is like being a hunter in the jungle, and he lives for the hunt. That's all he cares about. You know, it's like sport for him. So it's a different aspect of